Hi everyone, it's Muriel. I wanted to come on today and share with you how I create my Pokey tools. Someone has asked. I'm sure there are tutorials out there, but I'll try to be as quickly as possible. So the first thing I do is I like to get my beads and figure out how they will look good on the scribe pen. That's what this is called. I pick them up at Hobby Lobby. I've been looking in Michael's. I can never find them, or you can order them online. So this is about the number of beads I do, 3, 6. And then I have some spacers here. And then I also have some rondelles, and that's what these are called. I have 2 different sizes, but I'm using the bigger size. And I'm sure when I first bought them, they were really sparkly. They look a little dull now, but that's okay. So the first thing I do is I was over here trying to get my glue to come out, and it's a hot mess, but it's okay. This is E6000 jewelry glue. So the first thing I'm going to do is just spin it around and just put a little on the top, because I want to put the spacer first. And then after the spacer, I'm going to put the first rondelle bead and a little bit more glue. I was using the, I'm just going to try to dab it. I was using the, what do you call this? This little gizmo here, but it just takes forever to come out. So I'm just going to push this forward. There's some glue on the top. I'm just going to wipe that away. So I have the first 2, the spacer and then the rondelle. Then I'm going to start with my first bead. And this bead I am using comes from the Michael's acrylic bead mix. I picked this up last year. I picked up several. I have about 10 of them, because at first they were $8.99, and then they were $2 for a price, and then they were a little much less. So I do have a variety of them, so I thought I would use this pack here. They have nothing in Michael's in terms of charms. I tried to find some for a friend, and there was just nothing, so I'm grateful that I have these. So I'm going to put the first bead on, but once again, I'm going to put a little glue just along the top, and I'm trying to spin it as I go, like so. And if some gets on the side, again, I can always just wipe it away. Probably best to use an orange stick, because then you can just scoop it up as you go around, right? And the whole time I'm putting pressure like on the bead so it'll stay forward. Then the next thing I'm going to use again is a spacer. And then a little more glue. I'm going to just spin in the scribe pen just a little, and push the spacer forward. And then I'm going in with one of the beads from the bead mix. Same thing. I may want to put a little on the pin or put it on the bead. I'm just kind of going in a circle. Push that forward. Another spacer. Spacer beads you can find at Costco. Sorry. You can find at Michael's. A strand of them. So it'll be a strand of just these. And they're hanging in where all the beads are, the $4.99 beads. You can find them there. Okay, so I'm going to add some more to the pen. And maybe to the bead, because the bead I notice has a big hole, and the and this little spacer does not. So let's just push you forward. Okay, then we have another bead. More glue around the pin. So you can see how it's starting to look. And then I found these little really glittery beads in one of the containers. I think this was gifted to me, if I'm not mistaken, Tammy, SS Crafter 1, gave me this at least 5 years ago. So I found that bead in this box. So we're going to add this one on here because I wanted some sparkle. These white beads here have, and the green ones have these sparkly stars in them. So again, more glue around the pin as you spin it. Push it forward. Then I have this bead. I picked these up at Michael's. And I had to go in and, what do you call it? Open up the hole some more. I use this tool here. It's called a bead reamer. When your bead hole are not big enough for your pins. I just was doing this all morning. You can see the white on here all morning. Just turning. Just kind of opening it up a little bit more. And on both sides. And finally I got it so that the pin can go through. So I'll show you it again. It's called bead reamer. Easily enlarge and round out bead holes. Okay. So you can find this, I'm not sure where I got this from. Not sure, but they may have it in all craft stores. Okay, so we're going to go in with this bead now. See, and it just gets on there just like that. So let's put some glue on the pin. And then we're going to push the bead up. I can see some oozing out, so I'm just going to use my orange stick and wipe that off, and I'm keeping the pressure going forward. Okay, then I have another one, so we're going to add that on. Spin the pin around to get the glue on it. Okay, then push it up. If any is on the outer skirts, just scoop it off. Then I have, again, a spacer. Or maybe not a spacer. I think I have just a bead, sorry. So let's put the bead on. Let's get some glue around the pin. Push it close. Then comes the spacer. The hardest part of this is trying to figure out how your pokey tool will look. That's my hardest part. So I do a lot of playing with it prior to gluing it on, making sure that it looks okay. Not that it wouldn't if you put any kind of bead on it, but you know, you're looking for the symmetry, you're looking for the colors, you don't have two greens together or whatever. Okay, then last I have this white bead. And let's add some glue to the pin. Okay, let's get this in here. And then we're going to push it up. This is my sister. She is visiting her son in Maryland, and he just had a new baby, so we've been oohing and cooing all morning. So that's how my pokey tool is going to look. And then they come with this little rubber stopper, I call it, and we're just going to put that on here. I'm not going to glue it because it's not going anywhere. And then it comes with this little, like an earring back, so that you don't stab yourself all day. And there you have it. I think that is adorable. So then I wanted to add a charm on top. And I did this early this morning when I got up. I just have this chain that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I showed it in a haul last week. They come in 2 different sizes. So this is the longer of the chain. And I just have a tassel on the end. A cute orange, what is that? A light bulb. Again, another find from Michael's a couple of years ago. Actually, last year, since 2021. They had all these colors here. And I totally forgot I had these. I kind of looked down the other day when I had a friend come over and I was showing her something and I remembered that I had them. And then I have a wire wrap bead that I created, this red and white one, this cute little sparkly dangle that was in that box from Tammy, and then another wire wrap bead. And then this is from Michael's, or Hobby Lobby, was a pack of these button ornaments, and this looks like a bell. And then a candy cane on the charm, the hook. So I'm just going to open that up and hook that, and there you have it. The Pokey Tool is finished. And then what I like to do is I have a rubber, I'll show you what because I have it hanging up underneath my shelf, but I'll show you what it looks like. If you have any brads that are on a rubber thing like this, I have, it's pretty cushiony. So I have the glue and I have it stuck under my bookshelf. And that way I'm able to hang the Pokey Tool like this so it can dry, right? And it just stays there. I'll leave it there for a couple of days until I'm ready to pack it up and send it off. But that's how I create my Pokey Tools, you guys. I'm going to be making quite a bit more for Valentine's Day because I said I want to make one for every holiday. I think they look cute on your craft table. So thank you guys for watching. Do have a great day. Bye now.